What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, y'all? So we are back again for another episode review. Girl, it feel like I ain't been on this camera in a minute. Real Housewives needs to come on back because I'm used to doing 2 videos on a Sunday night. Okay, I didn't get used to that. Shit, bitch. We'll see them next week. But this is a little strange for me. Plus, I did my what it is early, girl. I feel like I missed something. But anyway, this is Insecure Season 4, Episode 4. First of all, it's called Lowkey Losing It. Let's give them a round of applause and congratulations to the fact that they have been renewed for season 5. Okay, and I am all the way here for it. This is one of my favorite shows. Okay, one of my favorite non-reality shows to watch because it's so freaking relatable to me on so many aspects of it. That's why, it low-key irks me when I hear people say that, oh, it's kind of boring or whatever. Girl, it's real fucking life. Everything in the real life ain't, exciting, ain't so drama filled or whatever. But anyway, let's just get into it. Issa is going over the stuff with the block party, trying to put up the flyers and stuff like that. But she also getting calls from the guy that's supposed to do the flyers saying that, all the information isn't in or whatever. Then while she trying to deal with that, she also has to deal with her job, which is the apartment management, and the tenants coming to her house, her apartment, because led by Trina crazy ass, all right. And they would make it so that Kelly and Trina would be good girlfriends at this point. We saw at the end of last week's episode when Trina came over there with her son to Kelly's house. I said they finna be drinking with the kid there. Girl, the ghetto. The ghetto. We don't care because that's how my aunts and everybody used to get down in my crib too. Okay, so, that was relatable as shit. You know what I'm saying? We gonna be all drinking in the house. The kids go play where they gonna play at. Okay? But anyway, moving on from that. Basically, I guess it was some mandatory water shut off or whatever that they was doing outside or whatever, but the whole apartment complex water has shut off. All the tenants coming into her place. I said, rude as shit. You supposed to give us 24 hours before you do this and blue, blue, blue. I'm sitting here like, okay, well, my water is off. I forget at this point in time what is coming into my apartment going to do about this. All right. So calm your ass down and get your ass out. And when the water comes back on, you will be notified. Okay. Damn. Meanwhile, Molly is going over this case. She's, consumed with work. She's at her home. She got her rollers in her head or whatever. And she just click, clack, click, 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 clacking away. Meanwhile, knock, 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 ring, ring, ring. Somebody's at the door. Girl, Molly must have been sitting there for days, okay? Because Molly sniffed herself and said, bitch, please. Okay? She gave herself one of those, let me go throw some water under my arms and throw some deodorant because, baby, this shit ain't working. It was Andrew. Now, they supposed to be having a little day together, I guess. And, they getting ready to get it in and all that stuff. And she can't focus on the sex that they're about to have because she's more so focusing on this case. And he understood. At one point, she wanted to start talking about what was going on, but he didn't really want to hear it because, at this point, I guess he's like tired of hearing about her work, Mind you, this is 1 month before the block party. Okay, it seems like each episode is supposed to be a month leading up to the block party. Next week's episode, I'm pretty sure it's going to be the block party. So, we're going to see how that goes. Molly goes over there to finish her work. She said, listen, I just got this one thing to finish and then I'll come back. Baby, I don't know what time Andrew got there, but Molly didn't finish that until 1:42 in the morning, okay? And then gonna go over there to Andrew thinking that she finna get some bomb-ass sex. He probably gonna blow her back out still because he got a little energy, you know what I'm saying? Because he done failed to fuck to sleep and baby was ready, okay? Andrew was ready because Andrew was naked, okay? Andrew said, listen, I was ready. What about you? You know what I'm saying? I done took a cat nap and everything. Now I'm finna fuck this shit up, okay? That's what I would have did, okay? Bitch, you in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Listen, moving on from that. Speaking of Issa and the flyers and stuff like that, she's trying to get that together. And this is what I meant to say when I said at the beginning, she was getting calls from this guy, talking about the flyers and making sure everything is together. And, she's not getting any response. She was telling him, okay, we'll get back to you, faking like she got an assistant and all that stuff. And here's where things get shaky for me. All right. Now, we didn't already seen the disconnect between Lawrence and Condolence. Y'all got me calling her Condolence. Okay. Condola. On Twitter, they call her condolences, consuela, consolations. Bitch, they call her everything but her goddamn name. But the situation that's going on between Lawrence and Condola, their little breakdown that they had, it seems like that shit is kind of filtering over into Issa and her. Or I don't know if you, how do y'all feel about that scene? Okay, because once Issa gets off the phone, Issa is looking at her text messages. And you see all these text messages of Issa going out to Condola, but Condola is not returning text messages, you know. And I was just like, uh-oh, you know, how many times you gonna text back to back, back to back? Is Condola, you know, taking her issues that she got with Lawrence after that little big little argument that they had? You know, is she taking it out on Issa or whatever? Or is Issa doing too much? Which one is it? You know, or is it a combination of both? But at this point in time, Issa looking at the text messages like, damn, so she really ain't, and then the last text message that she sent was the bit emoji of her looking through the window like, girl, where you at? You know what I'm saying? And so at this point, she gets her call, and she was really just calling, not on no friendship stuff or whatever, but on business, trying to talk to her and ask where the flyers at. But she doesn't get her. She leaves a message, and then she texts her right afterwards. Girl, I said, Issa, is Condola up here ghosting Issa for a minute? Bitch. Meanwhile, Molly back at the office with the two ladies that's you know, in the office with her that she previously worked on a case with. And it's good to see that, you know, them two have forgiven Molly for her mess, because she also, you know, I'm pretty sure Torian then told them what happened between him and Torian and how she tried to take over the case and stuff like that. And you know, they cool talking about the new guy that's there. His name, they used to call him BJ. He goes by Bennett now. Was thinking about whether or not he either goes with the white girls or he goes with black girls or whatever. And they said, oh, he brought a lot of salad. That's all he been eating. He looked like he go with a whole bunch of Abigails. I said, damn, bitch. And old girl was like, you work in a firm full of Negroes. I said, that don't mean shit. Okay, it was a lot of civil rights activists out here that used to fuck around with white girls and stuff like that. That don't mean shit. Okay, girl. But you know, they talking about their differences in their relationships, because one needed to really get home to get to her kids and feed them, whatever. And the other one said, you know, she'll stay behind. Molly said she'll stay behind. Mind you, Molly had a date with Andrew. Oh, he'll understand. And the other one giving her experience about dating a teacher and all this punctuality and stuff that she needed to do. Girl, I said, Molly, if you want this relationship, girl, you need to learn how to balance that shit out. You need to learn how to balance it out, because I feel like you got a good thing with Andrew, and I don't want you to fuck it up. Meanwhile, Molly and, well, Issa pulls up to Tiffany's house, okay? Tiffany and Derek's house. There's a parking space right in front. She's about to pull up into that thing, okay? Next thing you know, Molly pulls up in the back, and she was about to pull into it. Issa was about to back into it, okay? And I said, Now, see, they went through this whole cat and mouse game for 3 tries. You gonna leave? You gonna leave? No, you gonna leave? You gonna leave? No, you gonna leave? You gonna leave? Bitch, Issa wound up leaving and finding the parking space down the block somewhere else by a titty bar. Listen, it wouldn't have been me, okay? Molly, you pulled up after I was about to back in, okay? So, no, you would have had to have found a new parking space. But on her way walking back to the house, Issa gets a voicemail from Nathan, you know, congratulating her, you know, just talking like Nathan do, all ever lazy and, you know, sexy like a little bit. That'll probably, you know, melt your drawers a little bit if you was into that shit. Yo, so it's Nathan. I just want to let you know that, you know, I heard from the grapevine, like Andrew, whatever, that you really doing this block party thing, you know? You really doing it. That's what's up. You know what I mean? You ain't really got to call me back or nothing. I just want to congratulate you. I said, Issa, hang up the phone and delete that message, because I don't want you going backwards with him, because he played you. He played you left with a bogus ass excuse, okay? Bullshit ass excuse. So Molly and her meet up before they go into the house, and they having a little conversation. Come to find out, they've both been busy. They both have not been going to self-care Sundays. We only seen them do it once. And so therefore they haven't, I don't know if they've done it any other time after that, but they haven't done it in the past few weeks. And mind you, the last time we seen them on the last episode, they needed to talk about what was going on with their friendship. Okay, why they was coming for each other's throat and shit like that. But they just can't get it together. And I'm just like, oh my God, we really are seeing this friendship unravel. And we see this happen from time to time where, friends sometimes just drift apart. And that's exactly what it looked like happening with Molly and Issa. They not on the same page no more. Y'all, we are really watching this breakup of Molly and Issa. Listen. So they get up into Tiffany house, okay? And oh, child, a mess. Girl, my shit look like Tiffany just fucked up. Anyway, they get up in Tiffany Derrick house. We see the scene with Lawrence. Lawrence is over there with Derek, and they talking about the baby. Tiffany then finally had the baby or whatever. I guess she just had the baby probably a couple of weeks ago. And so at this point, Derek didn't want Lawrence to hold the baby because Lawrence said he literally just dropped a burrito. Okay, fine. But Lawrence is asking how is it with the baby and especially having a baby girl or whatever. And he said it's fucked up because he never thought that he would have a baby girl. He said, I'm thinking about all the times that I done fucked around with somebody else's daughter, all the women I done fucked around with, that was somebody's daughters, okay? And then I got to think about the fact that some teenage boy gonna be finger fucking my daughter. I said, bitch, first of fucking all, that's what you get for being a hoe in your past life. When he said that shit, I said, I knew you fucked a whole bunch of bitches in your past life. That's why you said that, okay? That's why God went on ahead and gave you a daughter to see your past wrongs, okay? Second of all, I ain't need to hear that shit. But that's what some of them daddies probably be thinking about. Man, these hoes finna be fucking around with trying to fuck with my daughter. They probably be thinking about that shit. I said, girl. But anyway, Derek was just saying how this wasn't how they planned on having the baby, whatever. They wanted to wait at least 2 more years because they was in the process of buying a new house and, going on vacations and stuff like this. But, they just have to deal with it. And so just having different conversations. They having their bro conversations in there. Meanwhile, Issa, Molly, and Tiffany and Kelly out there having their conversations. Tiffany acting. This a whole new Tiffany. Tiffany ain't did up. Tiffany she said, girl, listen, I ain't showered in 2 days or whatever. She over her mommy friends or whatever. They trying to act like everything's all perfect. Mind you, this is the way that she used to act, like everything's all perfect. Now she's loose or whatever. She said, listen, girl, I like the fact how they threw in there a message, a public health message that needed to be heard because this happens a lot, unfortunately, the disparities between African American women when they give birth and other minorities and white women who gives birth, okay? Tiffany, said that they had to cuss out the goddamn doctors or whatever and force them to see what was going on with her because she was tired. She wasn't feeling right after giving birth, and come to find out she had a blood clot. That's the same story that we heard with Serena Williams, the lady who, unfortunately, the judge whose daughter-in-law unfortunately passed away, and now her son is suing the hospital because she was internally bleeding or whatever. All this stuff, okay? And I said I like that good mention. But they get into their whole things, and what really got me about this scene is the whole issue between Molly and Issa. Issa keeps getting these phone calls. Issa finally got the final flyer. I believe it was Condola that sent it, or probably from the guy who was doing the fire or whatever. And it has up there Schoolboy Q is supposed to be the headliner and everything, and she's very happy about this. Next thing you know, Molly gets up, and the way that they was talking about relationships and, how Andrew is there for her, because Tiffany was talking about how, Derek was cussing out like 9 doctors or whatever to get the shit done. Hell, if I went in a diaper, I would have gave him something in. No, you wouldn't have. Okay, baby, no, you wouldn't have. You got to heal, baby. But I understood what you was trying to come from, okay? And, Issa said something, made a little joke about the whole thing because Molly was just saying how, her man understands what she's going through, and if she needs him, he is always at her beck and call and stuff like that. Issa cracked a little joke, and to me, the joke wasn't nothing that was throwing shots or shade. it kind of sounded like she was agreeing with her. That's what it came off to me as. But of course, Molly took it as a negative. And, she wound up getting up and going into another room, and with Tiffany with the baby. And Kelly and Issa having this conversation because Issa was like, has Molly talked to you about me or something? And was like, what? No, because what's going on? She trying to figure out why, she feel like Molly keep trying to bite her head off about stuff, and in another room, Tiffany and Molly are having the same conversation, trying to figure out why they keep going at each other's throat. And she feel like, Issa keeps bringing up the fact that she might turn into the old Molly while she out here doing the same old shit that she doing or whatever, being messy and all this stuff. And people can't see their faults, okay? And they want to put it out on other people when they can't see their faults and their flaws or whatever. Molly, you have a track record of doing some fucked up shit. And I feel like it's guilty conscience that's working on you right about now because you know that you do. And so people sometimes can't see past that. Do I feel like Issa was trying to come for Molly at that moment? No, I don't. But it felt like it probably was lingering in the back of Molly's mind, and that's why she brought it up. And the whole thing with Lawrence, because Issa wound up going outside with Lawrence after Kelly talking about some look at him looking like a dad, looking like he finna do some work or some shit like that. They go outside talking, and of course Molly had something to say about that. And I'm sitting here like, why do it matters what it does that? Why she feels as though Issa out here doing the same old things. Look at her fucking around with Lawrence so that some shit can happen and then she gonna be the one that gotta be on the get roped around in it. No, you don't. You put yourself in it at this point because she's not telling you about Lawrence, okay? She didn't even tell you about the fact that Lawrence was dating Condola, all right? She didn't tell you that. She was going to tell you, but she didn't feel it pressing to tell you, to call you back and to leave a message and leave a text message or whatever and let you know. You found out from Tiffany, okay? And ever since then, you've been inserting yourself into this whole situation, which has absolutely nothing to do with you. Issa ain't at this moment trying to get back with Lawrence, okay? Lawrence ain't trying to get back with Issa at this point. What's wrong with two exes that had fucked up breakup, but they came to terms and they realized they are good friends or they can still be in each other's presence without anything happening, and they just going about their day and they saying hello and whatever, and they have a mutual person in the mix. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? You looking for something to happen between Issa and Lawrence. That's what I feel like it's going to do, from Molly, okay? She's looking for the negative. We could say Issa looking for the negative and Molly for Molly to come back to being old Molly, but old Molly hasn't really left yet, okay? And, Issa and Lawrence out there talking and just shooting the shits or whatever. And she was trying to say something about what's going on with Condola because she was trying to get the flyers and stuff like that. And next thing she know is Lawrence was about to tell her some stuff about, I guess, what was going on with him and Condola. But at this point, he didn't get a chance to tell her because she got a phone call basically saying that Schoolboy Q, her headliner, backed out. He couldn't be able to make it. And so she had to go back inside and, let them know what was going on. And Molly just like, because she seen Lawrence go out the door, and all this stuff. Molly just giving all this attitude and stuff for no reason. Like, Molly, what is your fucking problem? Let Issa live her life. She ain't telling you what you need to do right now with Andrew. Okay, like, come on. It's irritating at this point. We are really seeing them break up. I can understand it now. So, Issa, she brings back Mirror Bitch, okay, for the second time we seen Mirror Bitch. And, she tried to get her little, what the fuck is this? Oh, my do-rag. Hold on. Tried to get her little inspiration going on or whatever up in his mirror and all that stuff. Mirror Bitch had to stop her and say, listen, girl, okay, I'm stressed out. I got a lot of shit to do dealing with you, plus my own shit. It just ain't gonna work right now, okay? So, no. So what she wound up having to do is go through all her old contacts and see, if she knows somebody. Bitch was scrolling on Instagram and had the nerve, the audacity, the uncommon sense to try to send Beyonce a DM. Bitch, Beyonce don't answer that shit. Blue gonna delete that shit, bitch, okay? But anyway, she was like, let me be more realistic. Let me get some local artists from LA to see if they can do something. She's scrolling. She comes across some contacts in her phone. She's trying to get in contact with other people that she used to know, and it's coming up a dead end. Then she goes back on Instagram. She scrolls. She sees this artist that is with Live Nation, and she calls Molly and tries to get her to hook up something with Andrew because Andrew works with Live Nation. And so she was like, listen, go ahead and hook that up or whatever. And at this point, I felt so bad in that moment because Molly just got through getting off this date with Andrew, and Andrew was trying to tell her, listen, because at first Molly wanted to, as soon as we get through with this date night, we can come over to the house, we can play this, we can do this, and then I can give you some and all that stuff. He was like, nah, that ain't gonna finna happen. I already set it up to play poker with the guys, but you knew that we was on date night. Well, I didn't know, that you was actually gonna have some time because our schedules ain't aligning, and I know you're a busy person and all this stuff, but you not making me a priority or whatever, so I just scheduled this shit. You know what I'm saying? So they get into a little tiff because, things just not coming together right now. And like they said, they out the honeymoon phase and, just doing a lot. And he just want to be more consistent. And Molly is not doing that. That is old Molly. Old Molly is all about her job. But we understand the reason why old Molly is like this. Get to that. Issa calls up Molly trying to ask about this Live Nation contact. And at first you saw the in Molly's face when she answered the phone. When she saw that it was Issa, like, I don't really want to talk to this bitch right now. And then when she finally answered the phone, Issa was all happy, like she really wanted to get on the phone and talk. And so that made, Molly feel some type of way, like, okay, we getting our girlfriend stuff back. Now we can actually talk, whatever, because girl, I don't need to tell you everything that's been going on. It's just been like a mess that's been happening. I just really need somebody to talk to, whatever. Molly smiling at this point, thinking that she got her girl back, that she can actually sit down and talk things out with. And no, that's not why Issa calling. Issa's calling because she want her to use Andrew to get in contact with this Live Nation artist because he works at Live Nation. And I just felt so bad about it. Like, damn, Molly, at this point in time, I can't put all the blame on Molly. It's Issa too. I said, Issa, read the goddamn room. Like, you don't do that. You don't do that. We see so many posts about this on Twitter and everything. Y'all be going through it. Everybody be going through it. Like, we have not been clicking for this whole time for a while. And the one time that you really need me and you calling me up or whatever, and I'm thinking that I can have my friend back, it's not so that we can talk it out, because I'm pretty sure they haven't had that conversation that they need to have. It's for you to ask me to do a favor for you for your project. Like, girl, you ain't even ask me how I'm doing or whatever. You literally calling me so you can use me as a goddamn source. Okay, I would have felt some type of way with Molly as if I was Molly too. Now, here's my thing. Molly goes over there to Andrew trying to, smooth things over. And Molly says the reason why she the way that she is because she's never gotten this far in a relationship. So that's understandable. So she's learning. Okay, I'm going to give you that. He understands what's happening. They make up. Next thing you know, Molly calls Issa. Issa, thinking she's all excited doing her little song and you're my best friend and I'll murder for you and da 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 da. But girl, no, you saying that a little bit too premature because Molly says she's not about to do this. She didn't tell him about the ask him about the little contact because at this point she's trying to keep that part of her life separate. She's things that she want to keep with her and she's trying to hold on to this relationship. And you can say that she was doing that, but I feel like she felt slighted by Issa calling her and asking her for the favor in the first place and not just, trying to use her. That's what I feel like. And she said, fuck this shit. At this point in time, it's just not about to happen. We need to have a conversation first before I help you do anything. And I felt so bad for both of them. I was like, that is fucked up. On the one hand, I'm like, damn, Molly, you could have fucking hooked your girl up, at least put a word in there while you fucking this nigga brains out. But then on the other hand, I'm like, Molly, I probably would have did the same thing. But I don't know if I would have did the same thing, but I know I would have thought that. I would have thought that. I would have felt slighted and hurt too. Molly hurt. Issa hurt because Issa said, listen, bitch, I got some other shit to do, so fuck that. I said, damn. You know, Molly couldn't, Issa probably thinking like, damn, bitch, I know we've been off, but you could have came through for me in a clutch. Like I'm in a literal clutch, okay? And once again, it's going back to Molly having to save Issa ass, and Molly is over it. Okay, you're not even being considerate, trying to see how I am or whatever, and you want me to save your ass at this point. No, I just can't do it. But y'all been friends for so long. Do you think Molly should have at least tempted to do it, or do you think Molly did the right thing? I'm leaning more so towards Molly did the right thing and Issa need to grow the fuck up. That's what I feel like. Issa tried to have another moment with Mirror Bitch. Mirror Bitch wanted a moment. Issa didn't. Issa tried to take that shower, and it looked like dirty water. I was about to say it looked like Flint water, but that's rude. But that's what it looked like. That's what it looked like. I said, ain't this about a bitch? That's how the episode ended. Y'all tell me how y'all felt about this episode. Another good episode. We are really witnessing the breakdown of this man. Woo! This is sad. This episode depressed me because they are really breaking up. Anyway, y'all tell me how y'all feel, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.